Hi, my name's Rob. I'm here today in China. I'm backpacking through China for my 50th birthday. And today is actually my 50th birthday. Traveling with my daughter throughout the country, and the camera that I've brought along with me is the new Cybershot HX1. This is a fantastic camera. You can take all the pictures you need on your holiday. If you're going to go and have a once-in-a-lifetime trip, this is the kind of camera you want. It's got better quality than your normal point and shoot. It looks like a little mini SLR, but it's got fantastic features. Low light capability, high speed, does video as well. If you're going to go for a once-in-a-lifetime trip, or you go every year, this is the kind of camera that you want to take to get those great, memorable pictures of your trip.
Well, one of the great things about this camera, just for general photography, take it off auto, put it on aperture priority. That's what I use when I'm at a place like this market. I've got it set to 5.6, 200 ISO, and I'm just zooming in, zooming out, taking all of my normal pictures. It's a great way to do it, gives me a little bit of control over the depth of field, and allows me to take those big photographs. High-res file on aperture priority. It's one of the great things about this camera. Now, one of the modes that I use a lot on this camera is taking it off of easy and putting it onto handheld twilight. When you're shooting at night in twilight, what it does is it takes 4 or 5 pictures very quickly and adds them all together. You get fantastic quality at night. It's great for pictures of the skyline. Now the other mode that's very similar to that is under scene selection, and the one that I like the best is shoot portraits in low light with flash. So that's similar to the Twilight one, but now I'm taking a picture of a person. So it's just in front of the skyline. I've got a person standing there. It adds a little bit of flash, and that seems to work fantastic. It's an automatic kind of snapshot mode. You get a great picture with no effort, and it would actually be hard to do with a regular SLR. One of the great features of this camera is it allows you to do a sweeping panorama shot of everything that you can see. Now, one thing I like to do with the Cybershot is take it off auto, put it on scene selection, and find a landscape mode. The landscape mode is perfect for those sweeping panoramas, for those great landscape shots where you want everything in focus. The mountain, the foreground, here the temple, lots of depth of field. Not only your subject in focus, but depth of field all the way to the back. So I switched on the landscape mode and scene selection. It's easy to do. This is an easy camera to use. Take it off auto, put it onto scene selection, find the landscape mode, and then you're going to get that in focus foreground all the way to the background. One of the great things about this camera is at a place like the market, you don't always want people to know that you're taking photos, so I can take the live view and tilt it up so I can see the screen without holding the camera up to my eye. And I can sort of do a rough composition. People don't even know I'm taking their pictures. I can take a few shots without them knowing it. Just makes for a little bit more unobtrusive photograph. Now the final thing I have is a couple of quick tips. First tip is, if you're traveling overseas, take a second battery. The other day when we were on the Great Wall, my battery died in my camera. Now luckily I had a second battery, and also my Sony video camera uses the very same battery, so I could have taken the one out of the video camera and put it in the HX1. Now this is my last tip for the trip. If you're going in a once-in-a-lifetime trip, take a bunch of memory cards. On a 15-day trip, I would take 5 memory cards, and I would change them every 3 days, whether they were full or not. Take that used memory card, and put it somewhere safe, not in your camera bag. So the other day we were walking on the Great Wall. I've already taken that card out of my camera and put it somewhere safe, because the cameras are precious, but they do fall in rivers, get stolen, you leave them at restaurants, so you don't want all your pictures on the camera. Take the card out, put it somewhere safe. As precious as they are, it's the pictures that are priceless. Happy trails.